Oh, I was muted. Why was I muted? There we go. Can you guys hear me now? I don't know why that was muted, but here we go. You guys hear me now? Good? Good? There we go. Sweet. All right. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Oh man. You gotta love doing an intro and then it just completely you having your mic off. But anyways, all I was saying was good afternoon. So happy for you guys to be here. Um, drop a comment from where you guys are watching this from. In today's episode, on our live stream, we're going to be talking about investing. We're going to be talking about some stocks that I've been finding on valuesnapshot.io. Some bigger companies too that are just absolutely looking phenomenal, just looking phenomenal right now. We'll also talk about markets. We'll talk about, we'll just talk about everything. That's what we do on this show. We just talk about everything. You guys ask questions, I answer them. Some people come in here and come at me for Zeta Oscar being down today, and then I combat that, so on and so forth. So yeah, this is what we do here. There's the first comment. What is happening to Zeta? You're not coming at me, I know. What's happening to Zeta? Look, I don't know. I don't know what's happening to Zeta, but you know what I do know? I bought more leaps today. I bought more 2028 leaps today. Because guys, you got to realize that price action does not equate to the stock being undervalued or even overvalued. The stock price is just a mechanism of the overall markets, overall weakness in subscription as a service sectors, overall weakness in with the whole Claude workshop thing. So we'll talk about that today. I'll go through again for like the 50th time, showing you guys the numbers for Zeta and why I think it's so undervalued. But yeah, it is holding $20 right now. So yeah, let's roll through some of these chats. Watching from Bulgaria, that's awesome. Ukraine, amazing. Belgium, awesome. We just went to Belgium. What was it? A year or two ago? Yeah, we went to Brussels a year or two ago. That was really fun. Got to see a lot of cool stuff there. Got to partake in a lot of the culture, I would say. It was really fun. Watch from Costa Rica, awesome. Greetings from India, amazing. Welcome in. John Doe says hello. What's up, John Doe? And thanks everybody for letting me know I was muted. Greetings from Colombia, awesome, awesome, Colombia. My buddy just went to Colombia a year or two ago. He said he loved it. He's from El Salvador originally. Austria, awesome. This is awesome. It's literally everybody all over the world is here, and then no one from America. That's great. I'm just down here in the south of the United States, and just everybody from all over the world. Amazing. I love it, guys. I love it. All right, so let's see. Let's pull up Trading View. Let's share the screen. And do me guys do me guys a favor. Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button, share, follow, subscribe, do all the stuffs. I really appreciate it. It really helps get this live stream out to more people, so we can get more people in here and have more fun, right? More people sparks more conversations, not just with me, but with each other inside the chat. So I really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, really appreciate it if you like and share and everything. So let's see. I was looking at Iran and Zeta this morning. Of course, I opened a position on Zeta. Lol. Hey, at 20 some bucks, I'll show you. Like, I think it's gonna be way, way higher. Greetings from the USA. Hello, what's up, Jasmine? Portland, awesome. What's up? You were the best trader on X. Thanks. Oh, thanks, John Doe. I appreciate that. I'll humble myself. I'm probably not the best trader on X. I do value my skills. It's not that I think highly of myself, but the best there's a lot of great traders out there, but hey, you know, I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. Let's see here. And yes, my child will come in here and interrupt the stream. He's not interrupting. He's just adding to the stream. So he'll come in here and it'll be a fun time. He has his little desk. Let me show you. He's got his little desk right there. I put it together. Amazing. I love it. So he's like he's like, "Dad, I want to go to work. I'm going to go to the office." And he's like, "I'm working." And then he comes over to my desk and he like starts pointing at everything and he's like, "I don't have that. I don't have that. I don't have that." And so I gave him like headphones and he was wearing those the other day. That's funny, man. Kids are funny. Kids are funny, guys. What's up, says Golben. What's up, my friend? What brokerage do you use? Oh man, that's like a loaded question. I use Fidelity, I use Robinhood, I use Public, I use Webull. Yeah, I use a lot of brokerages. What do you think is the best? What I think is the best what? 2002 entry? No, that's a really good entry. $20 is pretty strong support, friend. All right, let's talk about these markets. So the SP 500 is up. The SP 500 is up 0.51%. It should be better for you guys, right? To see everything. Yeah, that seems a lot better. Oh, who do you think is the best trader on X? Oh man, that's another loaded question. I I don't know. I don't know. I really can't just pick one. I follow a bunch that I really, really like. I like Za stocks. He's really good at like understanding markets and cycles and rotation very, very well. Very, very well. Another one would be Prof, Prof. He's really good at like just pretty simple charts and understanding again, um, you know, sectors and themes and everything. Besides that, trader wise, Knots. I really like Bull Trade Finder. He's my buddy. So it's a little biased, but I mean, Zell's my buddy too, so whatever. But yeah, those guys are really, really good. Technically, where do you think Zeta is going? We'll get in that in a minute. Which brokerage you use for day and swing trading? So Public. So I used Webull, Robinhood, and Public. Public has a really good thing though, and I'm just kind of locked in where I can't transfer to them for like my options trading. I'm just locked into Robinhood because I don't want to lose that free money that I got from transferring from Fidelity to Robinhood. But Public actually has this really good fee structure with trading. If you trade options with day trading, where basically they pay you like rebates for like your options trading, and they have really, really low fees on options. So if you're big at options trader or day trading or something, then yeah, Public is definitely a solid platform. I'm not partnered with them or anything like that. They are flying me out to New York next week. Again, it's funny. I'm not partnered with them, but they're flying me out to New York next week. We are going to be going inside the oh my gosh. We're going to be going inside Wall Street. We're going to be going inside to see the bell, to see the closing bell. So that's going to be fun. And then we're all going out to dinner. So yeah, that's going to be really, really cool. They invited me out, flying me out there, put me up in a hotel, which isn't cheap because it's New York. And they told me that. And then I was like, okay, I'll go. Sure. If you're gonna fly me out to New York, and then you're gonna put me up in a hotel, then okay, yeah. I mean, uh, yeah, I'll go. Who's saying no to that? Who's saying no to that? So maybe there's a partnership in the future. I don't know, but we'll see. Um, I do like their platform, solid. They approached me to see if to use their platform, see if I liked it, and gave me the premium tier and everything like that. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, let's see. Is that based on how much margin you're allotted? I don't know. I don't know that, friend. I'm sorry. Public's not available in Europe yet. Ah, dang. Sorry. Yeah, neither is Robinhood, I don't think. You guys have different brokerages for a lot of them. IBKR is really good though. It's more complex. It's more complex though. So, but all right. So SP 500's up 0.51%. Over the last month, we are up. Who knows? Why is it not showing? Is it 'cause I'm zoomed in too much? Usually it shows it right here. Okay, whatever. Cool. So I don't know. Typically, it shows you how much you're up over the last whatever. Anyways, we are 0.51, 1% on the NASDAQ, and small caps are break even. So what I did notice, what I have noticed is that with the, let's pull it up. Let me know. Let me let my Discord know that we're live as well. Again, hope you guys are all having a great and amazing day. Yeah, hope you guys are having a great and amazing day so far. It's been a wild 2 weeks. Wild 2 weeks. I will say that. Let's see. No, dang it. Yeah, I can't wait to talk to you guys about this stock that ran hot in 2025 and now no one's talking about it really, and it's just like being left for the garbage bin. That's going to be exciting to talk about, guys. That's going to be exciting to talk about. All right. All right. You're a bit stressed on Zeta. Why? It's a long-term investment, friend. I get the price actions up and down, but with long-term investments, you just have to look where the company is going and the fundamentals of the company, and they're really, really strong, really, really strong. So if you have your conviction, then really, I mean, you shouldn't be worried. I like it. I'm a sicko. I'm a sicko. I like that it's down. I'm buying more leaps for cheaper. All right. What did I want to look at? I wanted to look at look at this. Bro, I sold R at 455 today, but it keeps pumping. Oh no. Oh no. True, true. Hoping to see a rally before earnings. Yeah. Or earnings. I think they're gonna come out and crush it again. We'll be live streaming it for sure. Yeah, RR. Yeah, RR is crazy right now. They just had a partnership with Microsoft, so that's huge. That's huge. Let's see. So the daily Willie is going down. IWM probably bounces here soon. Let's see. I got so many charts, guys. Sorry. What do I want to look at? I want to look at. We can look at this. No, actually, we're going to look at. Daily, weekly. IWM. Yo, Ronnie, you buying some Zeta? Just loaded the boat again. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I bought some more 2028 leaps and I sprinkled in some 2027 leaps as well. So too cheap. Too cheap. All right. This is what I was seeing. Let's see. So IWM could come down to like it could retrace down here and could pull back down to like 256-ish area. This previous resistance area. It could. It's barely holding on to the 9 EMA right now on the daily. And the weekly has just been up and up and up and up, and that's been holding. And again, it could pull back down here to retest the 21 EMA. You have a Williams consolidation box here that's solid, like a pendulum too. So you form Williams consolidation box, form Williams consolidation box, and then you just flow back and forth, right? So this daily tells me that the IWM has more to fall. It's been the weakest. It's been the weakest in markets. Been the weakest, and it could have more to fall. And what I'm kind of seeing here, guys, is I'm seeing that basically they're putting money into big caps and Mag 7 names going into earnings, like they're expecting, like they're expecting big earnings from them and then to run. Or we could just be seeing a run into buy the rumor, sell the news on earnings as well. So we'll just have to find out. But yeah, crypto's starting to go too now. Here's my crypto chart. You see it's a bear flag. Doesn't look great, but you had a bearish Williams consolidation box and you're breaking out of there. So you could have another run up here from 88 to the 90s on Bitcoin. On Ethereum, you also have a bear flag. And again, breaking upward, matrix curling up, your flow is flushed out. Yeah, so Bitcoin, Ethereum, I'm like mixed on Bitcoin, Ethereum. I really don't know. We're under the 21 EMA on the weekly. We have a bearish, we have a bear flag that's just bearish. And I just don't know. Like, yeah, if it breaks down here, then we're probably going to the 200, around 60 to 70K. If we don't break down, we reclaim the 21 EMA, then yeah, we're going to be going to like new highs for sure. So yeah, toughie. This is a tough market right now, guys. It's a tough market. What leaps did you buy, Ronnie? I bought 2028 leaps, and I usually buy in the money, and then I sprinkle some out the money or at the money, and then same thing with 2027 leaps. You familiar with Solana? I like it better than Ethereum. Seems to have bigger potential. Yeah, I know Solana. Yeah, right here. They're all like the same. The same meaning on the charts. They're all the same on the charts. basically you have this consolidation, and you're in the sweet spot here on the matrix, in the sweet spot, and curling up right here on the matrix on the daily. This is a daily chart, this is a weekly chart. So yeah, you could get turning up here soon. What about for the markets? The markets, the QQQ, believe it or not, still in this consolidation. Still in this consolidation. It's insane. It's insane. You are getting a bull trigger here this week on the QQQ. You already got a bull trigger on the SPY, so that looks good. There's your consolidation there, and you are breaking out of that consolidation. And then again, IWM just looks like it front ran this market, and now it looks like it could have a pullback. All right, so talked about markets. Let's talk about some Zeta. Okay, so let me get to a different chart. So here's what I tell everybody. Zeta is a long-term investment. So what do I mainly care about? I mainly care about the weekly chart and mainly the monthly chart. Okay. I care about the weekly and mainly the monthly chart. So we're going to look at the weekly and monthly charts on Zeta. How many public accounts do you have? Public accounts? I have one public account that I share with you guys and on Blossom. And if you want free access to Blossom, it's a link in the bio below. You can track your own portfolio. You can come watch my every move in my public portfolio as well. Completely free to download the app. The link's in the bio below. Or if you're watching on X, you can click my highfivecollective.org link, and it's in there as well. So I have that public portfolio. I have the Gems portfolio, the collective portfolio, which those are private portfolios inside my Discord, inside my investing collective, which, yeah, no duh. You see them all right here that I'm in, but you don't get, where I'm in at, what I'm doing, what I'm buying, when I'm buying, where I'm buying, all that good jazz. So yeah, you can see them, but like FLNC, people doubt me, and here we go. FLNC, I call this one out at $10. We 3X this name. We 3X this name in a matter of months. Come on. So those are my public portfolios. And then I have a High Five Collective trading collective, which is all about trading, obviously. And I have a trading portfolio in there and like a monthly portfolio. And then everything else is private. I have a ton of portfolios. I have lease portfolios. I have a growth portfolio, value portfolios. I have a bunch of portfolios. I'm like, it's like Pokemon. Got to catch them all. I got to catch all the portfolios. I really just like building portfolios and like different schematics and themes and stuff. So that's just me. I'm a nerd. Oh, nice. Ampex is up 5% today. That's one of our trades. That is one of our trades. Looking good. Let's see. JD's not doing great. ABAT. Ooh, baby. I think this one's about to be good for us. This is one of our trades. American Batteries. This is one of our trades. Looks really, really good. Getting a bullish cross on the daily matrix. Got a flush out and curling up. Got a this is on the weekly too. So I base out the weekly. So yeah, weekly bull trigger and flush out on the flow here and pushing up everywhere. So yeah, this one could go from 4 to 12. Very, very quick. AMPX, I actually called this one out live to everybody. I was in it, got out, took profits, and now I'm back in it. It's very simple, guys. You just draw a little trend line here, curling up here, curling up here, curling up here, breaking out of that, pushing higher. Like Shoop. Go to 16 from 11 or something. So, anyways, let's go back to Zeta. Zeta, Zeta, Zeta. Zeta. So, let's simply look here. Okay. I care about monthly. Monthly is what I care about. This is monthly right here on the right side. This is monthly right here on the right side. What do we have? You know, it might actually just be better to is this confusing? Is double charts confusing, guys? If double chart's confusing, let me know and I'll just flip down to one chart. This is weekly, this is monthly. If that's confusing, I'll just flip down to one chart. Let me know. Be honest. It's not going to hurt my feelings. No, sir. All right, cool. Double charts it is. All right, so it's fine. Cool. It's fine. All right, so what do we have here? So we got a bull trigger back here in February 2024, and we went on this massive run, and then we got hit with a short report and a lawsuit at the same time. That crumbled the stock down to like 10, 11 bucks. Okay. Crumbled the stock down to 10, 11 bucks. You see the Willy, it ran up and then it ran down. And now what is it doing? Now what is it doing? It broke out of this Williams consolidation box and now it's in a steady uptrend on the monthly. Now with a monthly chart, it's not just gonna like poof go to $50. Okay. Sometimes it will, but it's not always going to do that, right? More often, it's going to take months and months and months, right? But sometimes it can go fast. So you just have to realize that. This one from December 2023, it took 1 year, 336 days, 1 year and 1 day. 1 year and 1 day, this thing ran from ran from 8 to 38, 382%. And it took basically 1 year. And here we are again, right? You could put it, say, here. So this would be, you know, and this is why I say I think in 2026, you are just going to have this massive price appreciation. And I think you get the new all-time highs in 2028 or 2026. I think you get the new all-time highs in 2026 this year. The fundamentals support it, the technicals support it. Fundamentals show what? Okay. Well, just like back here, right? You got that bullish cross and then you went higher. Okay. What's going on here? You flushed out, got down to the sweet spot. Now you're curling up, about to make this bullish cross here, which will print a bull trigger. And like, come on, come on, come on. And another one of my indicators, you already have a buy alert here. So I don't feel like grabbing it. And then you had this downtrend there, which you broke out of. Your measured move, like there to there, is probably up to like 40 some. So if we do an anchor volume profile from like there, you're literally right here at the point of control and above it, breaking out upward. So yeah, can we all agree that the monthly just looks phenomenal? Can we all agree the monthly looks phenomenal, guys? Are there any potential deals you've heard of for Zeta? No. Um, they had the deal with OpenAI, and I think that's going to be big for them. Hello, Ronnie. I'm not sure if you already spoke about UNH, just joined, but could you further explain why you sold of UNH? Yeah, I definitely can. I definitely can. We'll get to that right after Zeta. We're gonna go through all of Zeta and then we'll move on to UNH, and then whatever else you guys want, just drop it in the chats. All right, so we can all agree the monthly just looks really good. The measured move of this is going to be, let's do that. to that, to that. Measure move is going to be 40. How long does it take? This should be at 40 before summer. Remember this. Remember this. If they get to 40 and you were sitting here on this live stream and you said, so Ronnie's talking about a measured move and measured time frame, and he said that before June 1st of 2026, they'll be at $40 with probabilities. Is it guaranteed? No. But with probabilities and based on this breakout, yeah. Yeah, looks pretty solid. So, okay. You guys see how I did that, right? So you take how long it took for this pattern to form and then the bottom to the top of the pattern. That's how you get measured move and measured time frame. All right. We talked about the monthly. Now let's talk about the weekly. The weekly, what do you guys see? What do you see? Because I see it. Cup and handle. Cup and handle is a bottoming out and reversal formation. So that takes us to 34. Now, again, we're at $20.13 today. I'm buying leaps like crazy. It tried breaking out twice, printed a tweezer top, which isn't great, but that's also on Haiku. So we'll switch over to normal candles and we can just see that we had a fake breakout of the cup and handle and then a pullback. Probably this resistance right in here is what caught us up. And now where are we pulling back to? We're pulling right back down to this volume shelf. We're right here at this volume shelf. We got earnings coming up, which earnings have consistently been good. Let's see, February earnings. Last February earnings, what did we have? We had solid beats, but the stock went down. Well, this was still in that time frame of just lawsuit, bad, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, Purdy, cup and handle, baby. So weekly still looks good. Now, what about our indicators? RSI's moving up still, was overbought. Now pull back into better territory. Our flow came down and had some red, and now it flipped to bullish. We came down, touched a sweet spot. We had a bull trigger print, and we're still in the uptrend. Now, this is curling down, right? But it could just, it doesn't mean it's going to go like that. It could just stay here and then reaccelerate, okay? Just like once it gets extended up here, it could just like, kind of chop sideways. So it could do this. This doesn't mean it's going down. It doesn't mean it's bearish. It's already bullish because it crossed, and it's staying bullish as long as it stays obviously above. So yeah. Am I worried? Nope. Did I buy more? Yep. So it is what it is, guys. Got to be patient. RR going crazy, RDW going crazy. Yeah, man. Wow, yeah. RR 36%. That's insane. That's insane. Insane in the membrane. RR looks like a rounded bottom or cup and handle as well on the monthly, and then the Willie just kept going higher ever since 2024. So RR broke through mostly all of resistance today. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. And again, look, you have a matrix bull trigger today. Look at the last time we got the matrix bull trigger here. You ran up big. Now you're getting it again here on the matrix bull trigger. You had it here on the matrix bull trigger. The only one that didn't work was this one, really. So looks good. What's up, G? What's up, G? Potential to see 30 before earnings. I think that's a bit of a stretch for Zeta, honestly, because earnings are in like a week or two. You think it can give us a dip to 18? I hope it does. That'd be great. Grabbed a few more shares of Zeta. Nice. Snag that $20 support. 3 best stocks to invest in for this year. My three gems, which are sub $10 billion market caps, are well for this year, because I think Mobileye is more of a 2027 play, end of 2026 play. I think Mobileye starts getting hype at the end of 2020, at the end of this year. I mean, my top 3 are Oscar, Zeta, Mobileye. For this year, though, I would say Zeta, possibly Oscar, and then Amazon. I have a lot. Iren, Enbis. Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys, so many. FLNC could keep running. Compare it to when Palantir first broke out. Yeah. And then we're going to look at UNH and why I sold. Yeah. There's your cup. There's your handle. And then, my goodness. My goodness. Crazy. Cup and handle, and then look at that. Insane, guys. And look at this, too. You want to really compare it to Zeta right now? You had a breakout, and then you had a pullback, and then you had it go. You had a breakout, you had a pullback. That's why I like, dude, I don't give a shit about this pullback, guys. I really don't. It doesn't change my thesis, doesn't change anything, honestly. I'm so ready. No, Iren's over $10 billion market cap. That's why it's not in this one. It's in the snapshot portfolio right here. You investing in mineral mining, or you think we close to a top? I was trading CRML and MP, and for some reason, I made money on CRML, and I think I broke even on MP. It took some profits, and I got out yesterday at a loss, so basically evened out. CRML did like 30 some percent though, so I'm not even mad. Not really invested in any of the names. I don't know. I don't know. They could definitely keep running. They are extended. I did not like yesterday's sell-off. I'll say that. I did not like yesterday's sell-off. Yesterday should have been a day that minerals and miners should have just been ripping like crazy, but then they just plummeted, a lot of them. I don't know. I didn't like that. I was on a swing trade with USAS or maybe USAR. It made a good profit, but I think we were close to a top. Yeah. Remember that now you're seeing all this investment. Now you're seeing them really in the news. And first thing I thought yesterday was like, oh man, this could have been a buy the rumor all the way up and then sell the news. Like yesterday was sell the news. All right, we're going to look at UNH, and then we'll look at the ones that G's asking about and SoFi. And we're going to look at value snapshot too. And let me just show you Zeta real quick. Like, let me just show you Zeta. We're on valuesnapshot.io. We're gonna look at Zeta. Let's look at quarterly. Look at this. Look at this. Let me take out gross margin. Look at the free cash flow margin, the net margin, and the operating margin since Q4 of 2024. This is quarter over quarter over quarter over quarter. Look at this. 7.9% free cash flow margin to 15.6. Negative 27 and negative 29 to 4.5 and negative 1.1. So is Zeta stock down today? Yes. Is it because of the fundamentals? No. The fundamentals literally since 2022, every quarter have only gotten better. What do we know about expanding margins? What does expanding margins mean? Expanding margins mean one simple thing, that the product that the company has is not being disrupted. They're not having to cut prices. They're not having to do anything to limit their income, limit their revenue, limit how much margins they get, limit how much they're charging for a product. When we see margins continuing to expand over 3 years, 4 years, we can sit there and say, that's a good business. They are stealing market share and they are continuing to climb and continue to be able to price where they want to price. That's so important. So important, guys. So important. I mean, how else do you explain it? You guys understand that, right? I mean, it's really, really common sense. Really, really common sense. If my kid had a lemonade stand outside and he was selling lemonade for $2, right? He was selling it for $2. It was good lemonade. But then right down the street or right next to him, the next door neighbor, their little girl comes out and has their own lemonade stand. And she's selling it for 50 cents. And the product is way better than my son's. Do you think margins would continue to climb for my son? Do you think he'd be able to continue to charge $2 without revenues decreasing? Or do you think he would have to undercut the neighbor's kid and go to 25 cents? Because it's not that great. It's not as good lemonade as the neighbor's kid has. Simple. It's simple, guys. Let me show you this. Whose margins are, I mean, we could probably look at Nvidia. Not Nvidia. My kids are playing outside my door. All right, so look at this. Ready? Quarterly. Okay, so 28% free cash flow, now at 38%. But what do we see? What do we see? We see that they hit a peak of 57 and 59 here, and then margins came down. They hit a peak of, let's get rid of free cash flow, 57, 64, and then kind of like 63 compared to 65, 57 compared to 56. So you see how margins are kind of in line. Why are the margins in line? You see here, they were like, we could sell for whatever prices we want. Okay, there's some competition. We can't sell for whatever prices we want. Dip down. And they just been stagnant since 2024. Stagnant. That means that they can't sell for whatever price they want to on Nvidia. And then you have other companies where their margins are just going down. HIMS is a great example. Here we go. HIMS is a great example, guys. So HIMS, negative 65 on negative 6.5% on margins, climbing. Oh, we got a great product. We're being able to charge whatever we want. Okay. And then look what's happened in 2025. 8 and 10%, down to 8 and 5%, down to 2 and 2.6%. Let's trailing 12-month it. It might be a little easier to see. What do we see? Margins are good. Margins are climbing. Hims is winning against competition. Hims is able to charge whatever they feel like they need to charge. And then 2025 comes, 13, 9, and 6 for free cash flow margins, net margins, and operating margins, then down to 9.6, 6.2, 9.66, and now down to 5.66, basically. You looking at this chart and you're telling me that, oh, and then you see row, which was row. What's up, investing AC? I don't know why I said investing AC. What's up, AC? You see that row is beating out Hims in the App Store. And then you sit there and say, row is beating out Hims in the App Store. Row is a direct competitor to Hims. Row has mimicked Hims in their business model, and Hims was first mover here, and they should be beating Row. Yet margins are falling, revenues are stagnating, and Row is beating them out in the App Store. Then add on, Row has a fat loss pill. Amazon Pharmacy has a fat loss pill, both with Novo Nordisk. Hims doesn't. So they're losing in that battle. When you see net margins going down and you see stock price going down, it's for a very distinct reason. Now let's go back to Zeta. Zeta's down today, but what do we see? Again, with the net margins, with margins overall, what do we see? Do you own Hims? No, I don't own Hims anymore. Nope. So, and dude, people want to get on me for getting out of Hims and like selling out of Hims. And people want to sit there and say, oh my God, Ronnie, you were just so bullish on Hims. Yeah. Oh my God, Ronnie, you were just talking about Hims. Yeah. Oh my God, Ronnie, you were just saying how great Hims was. Yeah. But you know what? Things change. Things change. Rich Tech Robotics, nobody wanted to touch it yesterday at $3 and some cents, but now everybody wants it at $5. Things change. I'm not entitled to, I don't have to stay in a position when I clearly see that margins are declining, revenues are stagnant, competition within, like if it was just Amazon Pharmacy and Novo Nordisk, okay. But it's that and Row, which is somebody that was beneath Hims and hers, is now beating them. Come on. Come on, guys. You want me to just sit there and be like, well, it's fine. Like, I'm a realist, man. I'm a realist and I'm a real investor. And I don't outperform the markets by sitting there and just like saying, oh, well, they'll get it turned around. Like, will they? I don't know. Hims could make sense if they surprise this quarter, but right now it's not looking good. Even if they surprise this quarter, I mean, it's still like they better get those margins back on track. If they don't get those margins back on track, there's one distinct thing that tells me a business is continuing to be better and better and better. And it's not just user growth, it's also margins. Because if they get a bunch of users, but they can't charge what they were charging last quarter or last year, more people, but less revenue, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? More people, less revenue. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Zeta, up and to the right. Up and to the right. More customers. Big customers are staying. They're spending more money. Oh, and margins are expanding. About to flip the profitability. All right, I got to talk about UNH. UNH, why did I sell? Wondering if it's a sinking ship right now. EOSE, yeah, we'll get into that one too. And then if you guys asked about other ones, just drop them again. SoFi, we got to get to SoFi. Look, Oscar bounced off 20. ABAT, let's go. My community's about to be pumped. Anybody in the community in here? Man, let's go. Called out ABAT, American Batteries, 10%. 10%. I got some options on that bad boy too. We are ripping. We are ripping. Jeez. Of a smooth 10%. Let's go. Up 17% on these options. What's up, Florian? Man, ABAT, come on, man. Come on. What's up? I did exactly what everyone else should do and blindly followed you into ABAT with no research. Up a grand. My guy. My guy. You're clearly in the. Are you in the community or X subs? Because I actually dropped it to X subs too. I dropped ABAT to X subs too, and that's only $10. $10 into 10K, or $60 into 10K in the trading community. I'm in none at the moment. Okay. Where did you say ABAT? But I'll soon be joining the real squad. I would. You just made a K. Just have your notifications on. Where did I say ABAT, friend? Honestly, I don't even know. Did I say it on X? I'm just curious. Whatever, works. Yeah, that's a monster right there. That's good. Yeah, they have a they landed a deal as well. Like, I mean, yeah, yeah. I like GUR too. Don't you guys sleep on GUR? That's weekly, monthly. This is GUR. Look at this. Flushed out on the flow on the weekly. Downtrend. Falling wedge. About to break out over this 21 EMA. About to break out over the wedge. If it does, this thing can go from 14 to 40. This is also a measured move up to $40. $14 to 40. It's a small little $322 million market cap. I do have a position, just so you know. Yeah, not financial advice, educational purposes, falling wedge, blah, 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 blah. My matrix has a bull trigger on it since January 12th. Flow flushed out. Willie is rising on the daily. It's also continued uptrend structure. Low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, so on and so forth. UNH, I'm gonna keep it real brief on X. Nice. I'm gonna keep it real brief. I sold UNH because one, you see this? Now I sold it a 20% gain still yesterday. I sold it a 20% gain yesterday. When we were like only like 9% down, and now we're like 20% down. Let me see. UNH for me really, like, the technicals and the Let me pull it up. All right. So I got into UNH like down here somewhere. And then, we came up here. Let me turn off haiku so you could see this dreaded big fat red candle. Basically, guys, Trump has just been like coming at UNH. It feels like the health insurance industry. I'm so big into Oscar. That like for me, it's like, do I really want to have Oscar and UNH, like two big positions in my portfolio in health insurance where Trump is like going after these? And it seems like the Trump administration really wants to flip into more of like do your own insurance, and do your own insurance benefits Oscar, the disruptor, more than UNH. And they came after Medicaid and Medicare. ACA subsidies are still on the table, and ACA overall is like still a good area for Oscar to grow. So I just like Oscar more. UNH, I was like looking at it, I'm like, I'm up 20%. This is going to affect margins. This is going to affect growth. I thought they were like still undervalued, but then it's like you start punching in numbers about growth and everything, and then it's like, I don't know. So, yeah. You drop stocks like ABAT on X subs too? Sometimes, yeah. Yep. But I don't give as much detail. The most detail you're going to get is inside the collective, whether it's for investing collective or trading collective. That's the most detail you're going to get from me. Like I'm literally like, talking about price targets and entry and sizing and everything. X sub is only $10 a month. So I can't do my collective members in the Discord a disservice and like give everything for $10. You know what I mean? So I still give out a lot on X subs. It's just not as much. It's just like a taste of Discord. But we did give out ABAT. Look at this. Look right here. Exclusive for subscribers. We said, don't sleep on this name. Theme, American Batteries, lithium-ion batteries. Recent deal made them pop. Now they came back to 21 EMA, and I've been holding Matrix Bull Trigger, targeting 8 to 11. Look, I even gave targets on this one. So there you go. At 438. Not 43. Almost 12% higher. It's pretty solid. I just posted that yesterday. Yep, just posted that yesterday. There you go. Yeah, man, sorry. I'm getting there. I just had to talk about UNH. EOSE. Here's what I see. That's what I see. I'll switch to a monthly. Let's go here. This monthly EOSE. Yeah, it definitely has, Gregory. Rotate FLNC and EOSE gains into ABAT. I like FLNC. Don't sell. You can trim winners. Don't sell winners. Okay. You can trim winners, but you don't fully sell out of winners. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. Oh my gosh. It keeps lagging. It keeps lagging to hit it up there. All right. Don't hate EOSE here. This is monthly. This is weekly. But you guys see, I'm not perfect either. No trade is perfect. You're not going to win every trade. I got into Wix and we're down like 3.5%. Still think it can work out, but we're down. I also got into JD, down 2%, but still think it can work out. We got stop losses. We got our risk reward. We got our exit strategy. Like, so like, I'm never going to sit here and be like, I'm a genius, man. I'm the best trader in the world. Like, that's just not true. Like, everybody has losses. You can't win without losses. Let's see. It is a tough one. It's a tough one, okay? Let's look at the daily. The daily's telling us what? The daily's under the 9 EMA, but it's coming back to test the 21 EMA on the daily. We're also at the bottom of the Williams percentage range, but we're also curling down and could flow back down into the sweet spot here on the matrix. And you see the matrix flows like a fine wine. And then also we could come down and have a washout here. So on the daily, it just looks like it's consolidation. I can't really sit there and say like a bull flag, really, because it's just like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 breakout retest. Maybe it's just like it's ugly. It's a very ugly bull flag. Let's see. Right at the volume shelf. It could be a good spot. EOSE. You could do like if you believe there's a bull flag, and then if this is a bull flag, then you see this measured move would go to 23,816. So you could sit there and say, I'm gonna buy today, looking for a 50% gain, and I'll risk underneath the 21 EMA on the daily, and you'd be risking like 13%. But you'd be getting a 3.68 risk to reward ratio, which is solid. It's just like you're risking a lot. So maybe wait for a bounce. Maybe wait for a bounce, or you just wait for this to come down and flush out, and you move on to something else. On a weekly, I gotta look at this thing on a monthly because, girl, oh my golly. All right, look at this. It's a very nice bullish Williams consolidation box. You're still in an uptrend. Still in an uptrend based on the matrix. And look at this. You have a beautiful, beautiful, you can call it a rounded bottom. You can call it a cup and handle. Whatever you want to do. This might be going in the monthly portfolio, honestly. Come on. Get out of here. Measured move would be like 40. Wow. 15 to 40. Fubo bag holder. What's up, Elwa? So EOSC on a monthly, like there's nothing to be scared of right now. On a weekly, it looks like it might be just retest. It's retesting the pulse, which is my indicator. Matrix my indicator. Flow is my indicator. Williams percentage range is not my indicator. Looks like it's retesting that on the weekly and daily. I don't know. It's tough, but it doesn't look. I wouldn't. I'm not like I'm not looking at this and saying it's bearish. No, I'm not. I'm not. Tesla broke 20. Again, look at this. Look at this. Price actions this after this, but it's still up. No problem, man. No problem. I hope it helped. I hope it helped. um Fubo, SoFi. Fubo. I don't even get Fubo, honestly. Like it was supposed to be like up and away after that. Look, it's coming back down to fill this gap. That's what it's doing. See that gap right there? 149. Could fill that gap. See, like I look at Fubo, that's bearish. Like just down, below pulse, red, below 21 EMA, now below the 200 week moving average, below the 200-day moving average. Like it's just very bearish. Very bearish. Bearish on the monthly. It's about to flip down and go bearish. Excuse me. Weekly, it's bearish. SoFi. You're not gonna like what I have to say about SoFi. But yeah, EOSC is gonna go in the old. This is my high five monthly. Monthly portfolio that I like to build up. All right. SoFi. All right. So as you can see, we've been on SoFi for a while. I'll just be honest with you. I caught SoFi down here and ran it up here. Saw Head and Shoulders. Caught it, rode it back down here, grabbed back in May, and then rode it not all the way. I wish I would have. I think I rode it to like from 12 to like right in here, like 20. So SoFi's been a very, very good name for us, and we've been able to understand where it's going pretty consistently. Now let's just look at the chart only. We have resistance and consolidation over here. It's broken out. It looks like it's retesting. So you either one, no, I love how people are like, what do you mean you either? Like, just tell us. Like, that's not how charting works. It's not how investing works. I can't just be like, this is exactly what's going to happen. Nobody knows. You use charts, you use fundamentals to sit there and give you a really, really good chance to be right. Law of probabilities. Anyways, basically just a huge rounded bottom. Huge rounded bottom. breakout, now retest, consolidation. Next could be expansion. Next could be expansion. But what else could happen? Well, you take anchor volume profile, you sit there and you say, okay, this was resistance in 2025. It rejected and then it broke out. We never came back to retest this previous resistance to retest and then flip into support. Okay. This is 18 bucks. If you think SoFi can't go to $18, you're wrong. If you think SoFi can't go to $0, you're wrong and you're doing investing and trading wrong. Any stock can go to zero. Any stock can go to whatever price. That's where people mess up. They think, I love this stock. This is so great. It doesn't have to be the stock's fault. Look at Zeta's at below $20 today. And I think it's a $37 fair value today. It's at $20. And based on conservative assumptions, I believe it's a $37 stock today, $17 higher. Yet we're down. Why? Because that's what people are selling today. People are selling SaaS companies. People think AI is going to kill Zeta, even though Zeta is thriving off AI. But whatever, I digress. So never sit there and say like, "Oh, this can never happen. This stock will never go to this price." Blah blah. Blah. It could, and it might. All you need is a bear market. All you need is a correction, like in April. Okay. So you think people up here when I was at 18, you think people during Tariff-geddon were like, "There's no way it's going to go down to 10," and then it went to 8. Okay, like come on, guys. Don't be unrealistic. Understand what we're doing here. Understand what we're doing here. We're investing and trading stocks in the stock market where there's millions and millions of people, billions of people constantly bidding and selling, buying and selling. Okay. Okay. I don't like the look of SoFi. I think SoFi pulls back to 20 or 18. I don't know when, but you're seeing consolidation. You can't move higher. You've now lost the 21-week moving average. Look what happened last time. You consolidated sideways. You fell. This one you consolidated sideways, but you're very cheap, and then you expanded. That could happen too. You can consolidate and then expand to get caught up. SoFi is my biggest long-term position, but I don't like how the chart looks. Yeah, I don't like it either. But again, you don't like sell because like you're like, oh, it could drop. Like it could also expand. Like, you know what I mean? You don't time the market with these investments. Because overall on the monthly, it probably still looks really good. Yeah, I mean, look, you had a cup and handle, breakout, and see, you might come back to 20 and retest. That's what I'm saying, though. But if you do, like, there's a really good buying opportunity because after the retest comes the expansion. Breakout, retest higher. And I bet you we didn't even hit the measured move of this yet. No, we did. Okay. So you want to believe me or not believe me on the measured move? Look at this. Cup, handle, bottom to top, copy paste it up here. Look at that. Bink. $32. Perfectly hit the measure move and then you reversed. So yeah. It's looking like 20 or 18 or 20 is where you'll see a pullback. If we take the fib levels, swing low to swing high. The fib levels agree. You literally have your look at that. You either come back to the 0.5 around 2076 or you come down to the 1792, the 0.618. Things get really bad, you come down to the 1583. So, yeah. I mean, oh my bad. Ugh. It's looking like we'll get a good opportunity to buy SoFi. Could be wrong. You also have these gaps in here. That's a volume gap. That's a big volume gap, right? So, and you're kind of falling out of it. If you break this low right here at 2352, then yeah. If you break that low, then yeah, you're going down here. So, if we look at my indicators, okay, you had a bearish cross on the matrix here, and you've done nothing sideways and honestly went down. And now you're curling down. Look at last time. Sell, bear trigger, and then down, down, and then you flip back and then up. Down, down, flip back, and then up. Down, down, somewhere in here, flip back, buy here, and go up. You also have the you also have this, right? This flush out on the volume, flush out on the volume, flush out on the volume. And then you see it curl back up, and then that's when it goes. So basically, A+ setups for me are like flush out on the flow, and then start stair stepping back up, flush out on the matrix, down here in the sweet spot between -100 and -60, right? And then you start curling up, and then that's the time to get in right there. Then you go. You can do this for weekly, and you can do this for monthly. And again, these are my indicators that I've created for momentum because I love momentum. Yeah, SoFi not looking good. Yeah. Oh, you know what stock I did just buy though? I'll tell you guys. I just bought this. So, okay, who can guess? Who can guess what stock I bought in the collective portfolio? I sold UNH and I bought this stock. Not my community members. Don't cheat. What stock do you think I bought? It's a financial company. I sold UNH. It's over 10 billion market cap. The financial company. It's had a fall from grace. Pagaya. No, Pagaya is under 10 billion. I already own Pagaya. Delo under 10 billion, already own Delo. I love those companies too. They're great companies. It's a bigger company. They're green. They're green. Not 4. They're also sub 10 billion. It's over 10 billion market cap. Green. PayPal, never, ever, never say that name in my chat again. All right, I'm just going to tell you guys. I'm just going to tell you. Robinhood. Robinhood. Yes. Yes, I bought Robinhood. Do you want to see something? You know what this is? This is the 200-day moving average. The 200-day moving average. Support, 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 volume shelf, 200-day moving average. Again, this is on the daily. So you went from all the hype at 153. Now you're at 106. I think it's a good buying opportunity here. But if we do get a bear market, Hood going to get crushed no matter what? Question mark. Yeah. So if we get a bear market, Hood will probably come down to 70s, right? It's weekly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I could see it coming down to 70 to retest this right here. But again, I started a position here because this is a game-changing company. They're growing like a weed. They're doing everything right, and game-changing companies continue to perform over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So Bitcoin's been falling though. I mean, and it's not like they're going into the banking sector and everything. I don't know. I just like look, if it keeps falling, I'm gonna buy more. Don't get me wrong. Like I didn't like plunge like all my money into Hood right here just because of the 200-day moving average. But I do think it's undervalued and fair value. It's fair valued on the I think EPS, and then it's undervalued on free cash flow, I think. Or maybe it's backwards. One of the two. But yeah, I mean, you are down here in the sweet spot on the weekly. You're down here, you flushed out already on the weekly. You're on the floor on the Williams percentage range. You're at key support. You're at a key support area, and you're at the 200-day moving average on the daily. When else would you like a really good time to buy this company? Because you don't get really that many great opportunities to buy great companies. It's a $95 billion company that I think can grow into a $300 to $500 billion company, like I told my High Five Collective investing members yesterday. Look, this is the monthly. You're still in here, which means you're still good. As long as you stay within the Williams consolidation box, you're good. You put a anchor volume profile right there. Look, it could come down to retest 85, sure. Again, started a position here, ready to buy more at 80, ready to buy more at 70, right? Those are like my 3 buy points here. My 3 buy points basically here, 85 and 67 basically. You really think Robinhood could go to 500 billion? Yeah, if they really execute on the banking stuff and credit card. I mean, just look at credit card companies and how they're valued. American Express, right? Like how they're valued, the fees they can charge, and then also banking, and then also being a brokerage. I should guys, they could become very, very big, very, very big. And my main bull thesis is like they are so in tune with the younger generations, millennials down basically, and yeah, it's a game changer company. No one can deny it's a game changer company. Nobody can deny it's a game changing company, and that they're going to continue to grow. So I like it here. Let's sit down. Oh. All right. You think Zeta has a head and shoulders? I almost typed in head and shoulders. Yeah, I get it. You make very fair points, friend. For me, I just understand like you don't always get a ton of great opportunities to buy these types of companies. Again, the monthly, there's no head and shoulders. There's a cup and handle. On the weekly, there is no head and shoulders. There is a cup and handle. On the daily, yes, there's a head and shoulders. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head, neckline. But we haven't broke down yet. So let's see. If that had happened, the measurement would be $14. But again, it would have to break down. I don't really see it. Regarding head and shoulders, the most bullish moves come from failed bear moves. Yep, you were 100% right. If this doesn't break down, or even if it breaks down and fakes out, then we're going higher. A head and shoulders is just a continuation pattern as long as it doesn't break down, retest, and confirm to the downside. And another thing, understand this. The higher the time frame, look at me. The higher the time frame, the higher the likelihood, the higher the probability. If you look at a monthly time frame, that is built, every candle is 1 month. That is going to give you the highest probability of being right. It's also going to give you the highest probability of having the correct direction. Then weekly, then daily, then 2 hour, then 1 hour, then 15 minute, then 5 minute, then 1 second, blah, blah, blah. So I have people all the time that are like, there's a head and shoulders on the 5 minute. Okay. Well, if the head and shoulders breaks down on the 5 minute, it's going to be like a couple percent down move. Okay. Like, so yeah. I'm being patient with Zeta to load sub 1950. That's fine. Stay patient. Stay patient. There's no super big rush on this name yet. I mean, I think we're getting close. I think we're getting close to just like you not really being able to grab the stock at these prices. But all right. 1 year chart looks like a flag. I mean, the monthly looks like a flag. There's a bull flag and came right back down to the pulse to retest. 1 year. No, I mean, look at this. Look, just up, up, and up. I bet you NVIDIA is just like, yeah. So, I mean, I don't think you can. I think flags are really, they should only be looked at like weekly, daily, not yearly. But that's just me. All right, 1234. All right, let's go to valuesnapshot.io. I want to show you Robinhood. Trailing 12 month. The margins. Okay, look at this. Net margins negative 29, operating margins negative 28, all the way to 52 and 47. Negative 28 and 29, all the way up to 52 and 47. Yo, what's up, Wealth? All the way up to 52 and 47. So, comments on Oscar. We'll get to Oscar next. Here's what I'll say about Oscar, though. The sell-off is funny. It's not even because of the Medicaid talk about like with Trump. Like they don't even really partake in the whole Medicaid stuff. They're mainly ACA and ACA subsidy markets. So it's actually bullish for Oscar because that means if Medicaid has a cap and yeah, I mean, yeah, if they have a cap and it's affecting those businesses, then ACA is just going to continue to be a good market. And also them just trying to go to other markets. Zeta, Pagayo, Path are the best small caps right now. Add in Mobileye and Oscar, and yes. But I agree with those three. We've been talking about those three. I don't know if you saw my post wealth about those three companies being just ridiculous right here. Mobileye, Oscar, and Zeta, and Pagayo, and Path, and Adore for a little bit, all being down. It's just silly. I think right now, really, this is how I look at it. This is all consolidation. You draw a midpoint there, about like 17, 18 bucks. Anything below that, like down here, it's a good DCA zone down here. And you just keep selling cover calls up here or something, or trimming up there. I haven't been doing that. I didn't want to miss the breakout when it comes, because when the breakout comes, it's going to be massive. Yeah, Robinhood. So Robinhood, massive margins, just continue to expanding, meaning that they can charge what they want to charge for their business, and they're growing customers like crazy. Free cash flow margins, right? They've been a bit wonky on trailing 12-month basis, but at the same time, they're just spending like crazy, and I don't know, free cash flows for them are just wonky. They're just wonky. Let me see. Look at this revenue net income growth, just straight up to the right. Net income just following that revenue right up. So let's analyze Hood. I wanted to show you guys this. Might have too many apps open. Breakout for PGY. Not yet. It's in this consolidation area, but I think it's coming. Probably earnings are going to launch this thing. All right, Robinhood. So check this out. Revenue growth, I expect it to be around 20%. And then I expect margins to actually get back. So they're at 87, 98, 26. I actually expect margins to kind of stable out here pretty soon at like 45 or something. And then free cash flow, probably about 30 free cash flow margin. And that gives you an undervalued of 5%. Is it the greatest margin of safety? No, it's not. But can they grow more than 20%? Yes. Can they do better than 45% free cash flow margins? Yes. If you value this based on EPS, that's where it really gets sexy. Friends. So EPS growth rate, they're expected to be growing EPS at 30% clip. And let's just give them a fair 30. So this is where it gets really attractive. So growing EPS at 30% with a 30 PE, which I don't think is unfair for a company like this. I think that's pretty spot on. Seeing you can even drop it to 25 if you want to. And you see we're 32% margin of safety right now. Fair value is $140.64. Current price $106. So when I sit there and I say Robinhood is at its key support level, it's right at the 200-day moving average. It's on the floor on the Willie. It's a game-changing company. Margins are continuing to expand. They're trying to get into banking and credit cards, or they already are in credit cards. Sub $100 billion market cap, continue to bring out more and more game-changing products. Founder-led, getting a chance to right a wrong, which I should have been in this name at 19, but I didn't pull the trigger. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Rule of 40. Rule of 40, growing 20%. Profit margins are actually like 43%. So you have a massive rule of 40, 63. Let's just say they're they're 40 some percent margins. See, they only grow 15%. Still a 58 rule of 40 score. Want to talk about PEG ratio? Let's talk about PEG ratio. Because remember, this is a growth company. I did buy Hood. Friend. Yes, sir. Started a position. EPS growth rate, like I said, expected 30. PE is 43. So PEG ratio, not the best. Average. But I think you value this off rule of 40 and EPS, and then they just need to get their free cash flow numbers in line. But let's be honest. Wall Street cares about EPS. They care about the net income. So they care about the net income. Trade position or invest? No, investing. Yep. Investing. I just use my knowledge to look. Where are you buying on this chart? 200 day, 200 day, 200 day rewarded, 200 day rewarded, 200 day rewarded, 200 day rewarded. Finally got back to the 200 day. Massive volume shelf. Again, could it come back down to 67 and retest, or could it come back down to like, what did I say, 80? And yeah, I started a position. If it comes down, breaks, and keeps falling, like I'll buy here and I'll buy here. And then I'll just hold. I have 140 shares. Look, I mean, like, let's be honest. Would you rather buy Robinhood here, right? Or SoFi? When SoFi's not there and they're consolidating bigly, it looks like they're about to break down. So I don't think SoFi's a buy yet. I think they can come down to like 18, 20 range. Hey, Ronnie, can you give thought on AMD? Have you heard of Double Verify Holdings, ticker DV? Institutions own 97%. It's around $10. Can you look it up if possible? DV. It's just a severe downtrend. Yeah, it's just severe downtrend. Doesn't look that great, honestly. Sorry. Oscar, I mean, again, Oscar's just in this consolidation. I think they'll have good earnings, honestly. But I don't know, guys. I'm just holding on. I know where they're going. I know where this leadership's taking them. They're gonna break out eventually to this upside. I think ACA subsidies, we do get a year or two extension still. So even if we don't, I still think they thrive. How much do I pay for TradingView? Is a $15 subscription sufficient in your opinion? I'm sure it is if you don't have a lot of indicators. I have the business tier subscription for TradingView where I can run. Remember, I have a community and everything where I run bots and I run my indicators to alert me in mass on entire markets, entire SP 500, entire NASDAQ, entire Russell 2000. I have it alert me whenever we get bullish setups. based on my indicators. So I'm paying like over $2,000 a year for my trading view business tier. So rubric, I don't like rubric's chart. It's a straight falling knife below the 200-day moving average. But yeah, it's a falling knife. It's breaking below all of its structure, all of its support. Um, Downtrend on the matrix daily, downtrend on the matrix weekly. I don't like it fundamentals wise, but remember, I only invest whenever rubric, whenever we get financials and direction lined up. -54, -58 to -18, -21. So solid growth there. 20 to 24. Definitely free cash flow is growing nicely. Revenue is growing nicely. Net income is just continues to stay. I don't think they're making enough revenue to really have that net income positive yet. Cool. Appreciate you and you're answering all the questions here. Want you to blow up for you, like the smaller communities. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. All you guys got to do is like the video, share it, follow and subscribe. That's all I ask of you. That's all I ask of you. Just so we can get out to more people, build this community on YouTube, X, Twitch, everywhere we're streaming, and have more questions, have more engagement, and just continue to learn together and become better. I'm not gonna lie. Some of my best trades have come from people commenting, "Hey, Ronnie, look at this stock." Some of my best trades, right? I still had to do all the charting and understand and take the risk and stuff, right? But like, there's over 10,000 stocks in the stock market, guys. Like, someone commenting to me and asking me to look at this stock, like 90% of them are just like they're dumpster fire. They're not good trades or they're not good investments. But some of them, it's like, oh, okay, you got something here. So yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. You guys know I love this. I love it so much. Or I wouldn't be here. Like, so revenue growth rates for this company last 1 year, I looked at it and they're expected like 20, average like 25% over the next 5 years. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ronnie's Quan. He doesn't let me out much. You're an idiot. Are we doing that podcast this week? You bum. Me and Wealth are about to start a podcast, maybe. How did you find Zeta? How did I find Zeta? I think, yeah, I think somebody commented to look at it, and I looked at it, and I was just, like, blown away by it. Yes, am I allowed? Yes, you're allowed, peasant. Um, Free cash flow margins, we just talked about that. 21%. Let's say they get back to 22%. At 25%, let's give them a 25 free cash flow margin. These are conservative assumptions, and it's slightly undervalued. Look, slightly undervalued to me, and a money loser on net income, while the chart looks like this, I don't touch it. Let me check my trades. JD's coming back a little bit. Datadog's neutral. Alec is doing okay. It's neutral, but still think we're going to go higher. ABAT still up 10%. That one's looking good still. AMPX still looking really good for 14 and then 18. Wix might be a loser for me. Grr still looks really good. Mm-mm. Now, you guys want another gem? It's not even a gem. Remember in the beginning of this stream, um, I said there's a stock that was just like super, super bullish, super, everybody was talking about it, and then it had a fall from grace. Well, that's Oracle. Oracle. Yep. Oracle. So I actually really, really, really like Oracle. Really like Oracle. I've not started a position in Zeta, Mobileye, Oscar, Rocket Lab, Path, PGY. You have not started a position? What would you recommend right now? Rocket Lab seems super extended, but it can keep going. Like, I don't know. I don't know enough about that company and like the contracts and stuff. My top three are Zeta, Oscar, and Mobileye. I already pulled up Hood on the weekly, bro. I'm talking about Oracle now. Here. That's the weekly. What you want to see? That volume shelf? That support? This downtrend? $50 EMA? I think it's right here. Oh, there you go. So 97.30 for the 50 EMA. I just like Hood. I like their product, the CEO, the fact that they move fast on ideas, etc. Yeah. And you're buying at you're literally buying at the daily 200-day moving average, which it's bounced its entire life basically. Yeah, I really like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I'm gonna buy more if we keep dropping. Yeah, Oracle Omaha. Check this out. Check this out. This is the 200 weekly moving average right here. Change this to green. That's the 200-day or 200 week moving average down to 135. I don't know if it gets down to 135. That'd be crazy. Did we look at UNH today? Yeah, we looked at UNH. My UNH thoughts are I just don't want the headache anymore. I already have a lot of Oscar, which is in the health insurance industry, that I think is a disruptor. I was up 20% on what I had left of Oscar on UNH. Seems like Trump and his administration just want to kill that company. They're not going to, but they have a lot of hurdles. So there's better opportunities, I think. Have you ever day traded SPY options? Yes. Yes, I have. Yes. That's what I used to do a lot. Now I don't do it as much because I rather live stream with you guys. I rather be in swing and long-term trades. I rather be researching companies. What I found about day trading is that it takes a lot of it's a lot of mental strain. It's a lot of sitting and doing, looking, a lot of sitting and looking and like stressing. And I made good money off of it, but like I rather grow and like be more interactive with people. Day trading's tough, man. It's a mental grind. Mental grind. All right, guys, Oracle. Guys, walk with me real quick. Walk with me. Okay. below the daily 200-day, below the 200-day moving average. Okay. Below the 200-day moving average. Also, look at this. Look at this. Oh, mind you, the flow, there's options flow on Oracle. It's very bullish flow on Oracle right now. Look at this. Resistance, breakout, retest of resistance, and then what? Probably higher. Could it break down? Sure. Could it come down to the 200-week moving average? Sure, 135. But I think what I'm about to show you on the fundamentals is kind of going to blow your mind. This is a $500 billion market cap. Okay. It's a $500 billion market cap. And wait till I show you what I'm about to show you. I'm about to buy leaps. I'm honestly about to buy leaps on Oracle here. I think this is a really good spot. Really good spot, in my opinion. All right. So check this out. Oracle. Revenues up and to the right. Net income. Okay. A little bit of a dip, but getting back on track up and to the right. Let's go trailing 12 month. Okay. First thing you're going to say is you're going to say, Ronnie, didn't we just talk about if margins are falling, that's not good? Yes, correct. But when it's just free cash flow margins falling, but net income and operating margins are growing from 28.2 to 30, from 20.3 to 25, then you can sit there and say, okay, well, this just seems to be a free cash flow issue. Because why? Why is it a free cash flow issue? Why is there an issue right now? Because they're spending money like freaking gangbusters. They're just spending money like crazy. I know you guys have seen the headlines. They're spending money like crazy right now. And they're acquiring companies. They acquired a stake in TikTok, which is huge. So that's why you're seeing this. So we're going to look at things and we're going to sit there and say, well, I believe the free cash flow is going to get back on track because the net income, or the net margins and operating margins are continuing to climb higher. Okay. Revenues and net income climbing higher, EBITDA climbing higher. See, cash flows, not great. I get it. CapEx, look at that. Exploding. 20, look at this. Look, 2025 Q3, what happened? Negative free cash flows. Look, well, because that's because they went from 15 to 20 to up to 27 and 35 CapEx. Insane. Look at that. Look, it's just crazy. They're just spending like crazy. And now people, I get it. The debt's not great looking, but I really, really think this company is undervalued. And I think there's a real opportunity here. Let's talk about it. So we're going to look at Oracle. We're going to look at DCF, EPS, Rule of 40, and PEG ratio. We're going to pull up Seeking Alpha. I want you to see what analysts have this company growing at. This is a $500 billion market cap, mind you. And this makes me believe they're going to be a $1 trillion company. And this could be an easy 2x. Look at EPS. Growing in the 30% basically over the next 5 years. Look at revenues. 17% for this year, then 29, 48, 45, 23. So basically you can call that an average of 35. 35, sure. 35. 35 revenue growth over the next 5 years? Okay, let's see. So 61 billion. Okay. Trailing 12 month. They're growing, what did I say? 35% revenue growth. 35% revenue growth. Free cash flow margins, they're negative right now. Let's say that they creep back up to basically almost where they were not too long ago. So let's say they were at 20%. So let's just say they get back to 10%, right? Actually, let me see. Value snapshot. I want to see what they're at. So they were at 10, 17, 20. So I'd say like 10, 15. Let's do 12.5. 12.5. And they're growing 35%. And they're a big old company. So I'm giving them a 30 terminal free cash flow. Okay. That's everything. Boom. 40% margin of safety. 40% undervalued, 15% annual CAGR, 175 is the current price, 247 is going to be the intrinsic value today. Now you really want me to blow your mind? Let's check out EPS. EPS 603. Like I said, they're growing, we'll say 30, let's say like, we'll just say 30%. 30% EPS growth rate, 604. 604 is what they just did in 2025. 30% EPS growth rates and give them a 30 PE. 137%. It's a $500 billion market cap. Growing 30% EPS growth rates, have a 30 PE. Even if you drop it to a 20 PE, 58%. Even if they only grow at 20%, you're still fair valued right now, or a little bit above. But we're literally looking at 30%. And if you're growing 30+% revenue growth, you're getting a 30 PE. 137% undervalued. Look at that. So $417. Well, have they ever been there before? Well, let's see. No, they haven't. But they were just at $345 in September. And then people said they're spending too much, blah, 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 blah. I don't like it, blah, 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 blah. Now it's all the way down here. This seems like one of the best opportunities out there right now. For like a bigger company, seems like one of the better opportunities out there right now. Am I crazy? You guys think I'm crazy? Because I think this is crazy undervalued. That's what I think. And it's in the sweet spot on the weekly, starting to curl up from the flushed flow. Where'd the monthly go? Oh, right back to this support area. Retesting. Oh, just like it did here. Breakout, retest, higher. Breakout, retest, higher. Oh, what's that? Down here. Breakout, retest, higher. Like, guys, resistance, breakout. Retest resistance, create support. Resistance, breakout. Retest resistance, create support. Resistance, breakout. Retest resistance, create support. Breakout. Yeah, so I'm buying leaps here on Oracle. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Mm-mm-mm. Actually, I need to buy some of those today. How often does Ronnie do live streams like this? I'm trying to do them at least 2 times a week. I'm really pushing for like 3 to 4. If you guys like these, show me you like them. Smash the like button, subscribe, follow. That way I know you guys are enjoying these. You guys want to see more of these. You guys want me to go live more. I will schedule, like finagle my schedule so I can do more of these. Do them in the morning, do them at lunch, do them in the evening. Yeah, I want to do more. I just have to work around a schedule, right? I have a wife and 2 young boys that like I'm not going to do we know ahead of time or do we just need to jump on YouTube at the right time? No, I have them scheduled. I'm gonna be scheduling them for the next week every weekend. You plan on making a technical analysis video? I want to do a technical analysis live stream. That's actually going to be one of the live streams that we do. Yeah, put the fan first, 100%. Yeah, but I can still do them. You know what I mean? I just need to be better at scheduling them for sure. So when I schedule them, and you can see on YouTube, like tomorrow we have one at 4 p.m. We're doing another live stream tomorrow, guys, at 4 p.m. We're gonna catch some of the earnings after the bell, and we're gonna hang out. And then Thursday at like 4 or 5, me and Wealth are doing our podcast. So that's today, tomorrow, and Thursday. You get me. And at 3 p.m. today, I'm doing an interview with Milk Road AI. But I think that's being recorded and then it's going to be shared. So, yeah. Yeah, I need to buy some Oracle Leaps. Gonna buy some Oracle Leaps. Where is well, we were up like almost 10% today. We're cooking on these trades. Do you usually go in the money leaps? What is your strategy for buying calls typically? Yeah, I usually go in the money with leaps. What broker do you use? I use Fidelity, Robinhood, Public, and Webull, all for different things. Thoughts on the market? I don't. It just looks like it wants to keep going higher. It feels weird. Feels weird. Like you're getting a lot of things that are just kind of like exploding. It's like I feel like you're constantly having this rotation. Besides like the main themes in 2026 so far, it feels like you're just having this constant rotation. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. Let's see. Oracle. Okay, Oracle shares fall 3.85% amid new securities fraud investigation and analyst target cuts. Announced a new fraud investigation into Oracle and certain officers following significant stock declines. Mm. Cutting its target by 30% to $213, Morgan Stanley did. Concerns over rising debt and financing pressures from AI infrastructure expansion. However, some firms like Guggenheim maintain buy rating. So if you think they're going to be fine with the debt load, then Oracle is going to be a freaking rocket. Yeah, I don't mind any of this. I'm buying options. I'm buying leaps. Trade options. Buy 2027 and 2028 leaps. 2028 calls. We're gonna go 165 is a 0.70 delta. One 165 is a 0.70 delta, and we would need to get to 225, which is literally the 100-day moving average. Getting up to that gap, that'd be really good. I like that. So I'm gonna go 165 in the money calls here. See if I can get this filled. I'm just gonna buy one. They're like $6,000, so just gonna buy one for now. Make sure we hold this area. What are your thoughts on the shutdown and how it might affect things in your opinion? Didn't they agree on a bill to not have a shutdown? Have you already talked about ABT NBIS today? I talked about Abbott and talked about how we called that one out to X subscribers and our High Five Collective trading members. We called that one out. We're doing really, really well. We have options and we have a lot of shares. NBIS we hold as a investment in one of our portfolios in the collective as well, an investing collective. So that one's doing really well as well. Really well as well. Now I want a 2027 leap for Oracle because I think based on where they're at on the charts, I feel like they could bounce big. Look at the volume. The volume has gone a lot, like down a lot. They've been consolidating here. I'm going to go calls, January 15, 2027. I'm going to go for again, I think they get back up here. No problem. So we'll go in the money 170 again. They would have to get the 220 right there. I'm just going to go 170 again there. I'll just buy one for 4,000. Got it. So I went $70 calls for 2027 and 2028, both leaps for Oracle. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Here are the companies I hold leaps in: Zeta, Mobileye, Adobe, Oscar, Oracle. Can you shortly explain what is a leap? Is a option that gives you the right to buy at these price levels the stock. Howdy. What's up, operation? EOSE. We talked about that one earlier. You can scroll back in the stream, but could be a bull flag. It also looks like a W formation. FLNC, baby. You know it. Called that one out forever ago. What are the markets doing? IWM's down, SPY and NASDAQ are up. Bitcoin, Ethereum just cannot go. Every time they pop a little bit, they just get slapped right down. I talked about Ondas in my community yesterday. I know there's a really popular stock. I was sitting there saying, look at this. You have this massive cup and handle. You broke out of this cup and handle, right? You broke out of this cup and handle. Breakout, retest, higher. Now I said, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that we're going to stop here. We could bleed down to like $8 or $9, right? We could bleed down to $8 or $9, but we might not. So I added I added to my position yesterday in one of my private portfolios down here, and I'm already up like 9% or something. I added down here because I was like, well, we're testing the pulse and we're just retesting here. Like, and we could bounce here. If we don't and we fall down here, then I'll just add more. So basically here I added 1. And then if we get down here, I'll add 2. Like 1 plus 1, 2. This is just 1. So 2 beats 1. Sizing wise. ONDS, yeah, it looks really good. Look at this. I know it's ran a lot, guys. I know it's ran a lot. You're not getting it at $1. You're not getting it at $2 in some sense where I started buying it, but it's okay. It looks like it's going to 23 based on this measured move. How long does it take? I don't know. It could get there fast because there's all-time highs right there at 19. So you could still see a double here. Meta's going to make a 10% move on earnings. Yeah, I think it'll be a 10% bullish move on earnings. I really want to play it. What's that cool value site? It's valuesnapshot.io. Valuesnapshot.io. It's got value analyzers, DCF, EPS, rule of 40, PEG ratio, got AI reports, watch lists. You can compare stocks, financials, financial charts, all of it. So yeah, I think Meta's undervalued. You're playing an earnings call? You're trading Meta for earnings? I wouldn't say I love Adobe. I like Adobe and I think they're undervalued, and I think I'll do good on my leaps. I have till 2028, so I have time. Do I love it though? No. Margins have definitely been under pressure for Meta. Not operating margins, net margins, just this past one quarter really, and then free cash flow margins. But I still think it's really undervalued. Yeah, I think Meta's a $1,000+ stock. We look here, I think they'll grow. They're expected to grow like 15-20% over the next 5 years. So we'll say 15%, 24% margins, comfortable 30 terminal fair value, and you're 16% undervalued, $780. And again, I think they're supposed to grow. Do I do covered calls and cash secured puts? Sometimes. Sometimes. Sometimes I do, friend. I think they're great for premiums and stuff, but like you can also get burned and lose your shares. You know, I know you can roll and all that stuff, but I don't know. I think those things only really work in a bull market. And then when it's not a bull market, people get shellacked. Even in a bull market, you're capping your upside. Just my opinion. Yeah, so we say 15%. So yesterday I saw the Pelosi bought as many shares of Tempest as of her Mag 7 holdings. The fact that the good is buying. I really like Tempest. You're saying she bought Tempest, more Tempest? I really like Tempest. I really like them. Bro, I literally said, are you trading it? Are you playing as a trade? Meta. And then I was looking at Meta's valuation. You said I did. You're playing it as a trade for a 10% move on Meta? Dude, ever since I started saying Zeta correctly, now every time I pronounce Meta, I want to say Meta. Because I'm real like I was messing up on Zeta, pronouncing it for the longest time. I kept on saying Zeta, like Meta. So basically, I was so used to saying Meta because it was one of my biggest investments for the longest time. I was so used to saying Meta that I was saying Zeta, but now I'm saying Zeta right, and I'm messing up Meta. Meta. I'm saying Meta. Man, it's messing me up, dude. It's messing me up. But yeah, so undervalued on free cash flow. EPS is where this company really gets exciting though. So let's make sure 28.92 is there. 28.92. I heard that the Epstein guy founded that Snapchat website. Source bro told me. You're stupid. Let's see. What was I looking at? Meta. Looking at like 10% EPS growth rate. EPS growth rate of 10. Give them a 25. 8%. We give them a 30. Give them a 30. Say they grow 12%, then you see the smallest little increments higher. And again, I'm sure these got revised down because of their recent tax loss. But I think they can grow like 12% on EPS. They can start buying back shares like crazy. And then you see it just gets really interesting. Basically, as you've seen, like conservative, not conservative, they're like undervalued. And they can be very undervalued. And again, today, they should be like probably like back to this 800 750 $800 company today, and then they're going to 1,000 plus. All right, I think that's a good stopping point. Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point, guys. I appreciate you all tuning in today. We'll be back at it live tomorrow. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. So when the bell closes tomorrow, we'll be back at it. So tomorrow after the bell, we'll be at it here again live to report on some earnings, see what happens, talk about some investments, talk about some stocks, and yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with the family for a little bit before I do the interview, and then I'm gonna relax for the rest of the day. I appreciate it, friend. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you guys get to spend some time with family. Have a good drive home from work. Have a good rest of your day at work. And hopefully you made some money today. Love you all. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, follow for more, and be on the lookout. I post when I'm going live. I schedule it on YouTube and I post it on X as well. Whenever I'm going to be going live. So be on the lookout for that. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. Love you all. Take it easy.